for their next game, which is Astralis versus Vitality in roughly 40 minutes from now. So if this one has not concluded by then, I do believe that they're going to be skipping out of the very end of it. So if you want to catch this action in full, stay here. If you want to see the main casters taking care of the action, head over there. Or even better, throw it up in squad mode and watch all of the games at once. Share the love, share the views between both the main channel, the B channel, and the C channel. But we are getting headed. We are going to be heading into it, is what I'm trying to say. Big are going to be starting here on the T side. forZe, they picked up the knife round, allowing them to start on the CT side. There's going to be exit power. Catches a lot of frags here for the pistol, though. Catches a quad kill. Just tapping away, shutting them down one by one, securing 4 in total. Brilliant stuff from exit power, and forZe will pick up the pistol here on their CT side. Big deciding to go for a full eco for this round. Makes pretty good sense for them. Not entirely sure how that wasn't a kill on Keto. None of them wearing Kevlar. And we know that on a scout, it should be a kill if they're not wearing Kevlar. I think he was hitting like the top of his leg there. I think that's what happened. Looked like a clean shot to me, but hey, that's Counter-Strike for you. Either way, forZe do manage to pick up this second round in a fairly strong fashion as well. Big managed to catch 1 frag in the round. Doesn't mean that much to the whole situation, though. I do want to point out for you guys, though, that the observing on the A stream is gonna be miles above what it is here. I'm working everything on my own, so it's a situation I'm not super comfortable in, to be honest with you. Not super familiar with. Over on the main channel, they do have multiple people, is the word I'm looking for, covering all the action and helping you guys out with catching all the action. So observing over there is definitely going to be a little bit better than it is here. A whole lot better, hopefully. But we are trying to make sure that you catch the action here as well. Jerry, good position. Even though he's fully blinded, still managing to catch the frag onto Keto, shutting him down. Santaris and Titian does manage to take care of Flit up on top of Hot, but getting caught here as he tries to make his own way up on top of Hot. Means that he won't be able to do so and gets taken down pretty much immediately after. Almacer up close towards CT vents. Santaris falls. Almacer shuts him down. And that's going to be the 3rd round for forZe. 3-0, off to a pretty good start for this one. Time around, seeing as the first gun round went in the favor of forZe, it is going to be another min buy, another eco mostly here for Big. Almacer posted up good positioning. I just saw someone in the chat mentioning that he's not a good player. Well, maybe he saw you, maybe he decided, you know what, I'm gonna prove you wrong. Nice little triple action. Sure, it was on an eco, but hey, he's padding his stats, so to speak. Making sure that he gets a couple of frags here and there, and he gets a triple for the round, so that's not bad at all. Big finally with enough money to buy out once again. forZe already with a decent amount of money behind them. Got 6,500 on exit power, almost 8,000 on Almacer. So much money in the hands of forZe here. Gonna make it a little bit difficult for Big to shut down that economy and potentially bring it back. Now, they're not super far behind just yet. That does definitely play in their favor, at least potentially. Almacer again, still posted up in a good position with that SG 553. You have face crack up towards the high ground. Jerry. Decent positioning. Deals a bit of damage towards his teammate though. Flit. I like this positioning. He's just waiting for them to drop down into vents. Titian is sitting right on the opposite side of it. So he could potentially find that. Titian is not going to push it forward just yet. Tapson, he's going to be catching the frag. Keto connects up towards the high ground. Still have another player up here. That's going to be Exopower with his AWP to try and see if he can find an angle. If he can find a frag. Almost on the flank. He's going to get taken down. Jerry out towards Mini. Doesn't get anything at all. He's forced to fall back himself, and Exopower likewise. It is going to be the first round on the board here for Big. Oh, almost connecting the spray down through the smoke as well. That was very, very close for sure. As I said, Exopower and Jerry, they're just going to try and see if they can hold on to their weapon here. But yeah, as I said, going into this one, on paper, it is a map that statistically should go in the favor of Big. I'll just go through the stats once again. I don't think I actually called out the stats for it. I know that we spoke about like who's the favorite on this one. So as I said, Big are the favorites on this one. They've both played this map 9 times in the past 3 months. forZe have a 33% win rate, which is not great. That means that they've won 3 of the 9 games that they've played on it. I'm not going to do the math for Big, because I'm not that savvy on math. I think they've won 7 of their 8. Or of their 9, if I'm not completely mistaken. Yeah, that is correct. Well, Big, they have a 78% win rate on it. So, Big, as I said, definitely the favorites for this one. That being said, statistics, they're really nice to lean up against, but they're not necessarily the end-all be-all. Jerry does manage to catch one here. Exopower with one of his own. Needs to be careful. Almost getting taken down. He does spot the player dropping. We'll try and see if he can still find the angle. He's still looking for it. He does find it eventually. That means it's now going to be all on CSGO, left alone in a 1-on-3 situation. He did catch a frag a little bit earlier on, but now, as I said, he is left alone, all on his lonesome. Try and see if he can get anything done, anything at all. Let's try and take the angle here. That's a nice shot onto face crack. That gives him the potential to get the bomb down. We'll be able to do exactly that. Almacer already in towards vents, and Exopower over towards the ramp area. Serson in this 1-on-2 situation now. He's gotten the double. He needs the quad. That helps out. That's the triple now. Oh my god, what a shot from Serson. A 1-on-3 clutcher quad kill for the round. That's absolutely brilliant. Big somehow managed to hold on to the round. Don't ask me how. (4-2). Still be enough money. Almost, not quite. As I said, there'll still be enough money here for forZe to go for yet another buy. Exopower gonna try and see if he can find the angle here with the AWP. He's just holding it for now. Serson holding on the opposite side of it. Exopower does manage to catch the frag. Serson still watching for the angle. It's gonna be FaceCrack who's gonna be peeking forward, but him going down to Serson. Takes it back to somewhat equal ground. I say somewhat. It's obvious the economy is still working in the favor of Big here. That being said, Almacer, that's a good kill. Over on the ramp area. He is going to get pushed upon, but not entirely. So they're still considering whether they actually want to make it down towards the B-bomb side or rotate back towards A potentially. Tapson is in a pretty good position for that A hit if they decide to do that. Now my observing skills definitely gets tested. You have Exopower up towards the A-bomb site. Flit is here as well. So 2 players towards B, 2 players towards A. Flit could come up massive for this one. I think Jerry is just rotating back over towards the secret side of it, but Cerson, he connects Santeris as well. It's now going to be all on Jerry and Almazer to try and see if they can bring this one back. Jerry is in a pretty decent spot to get something done at the very least. He picks up an AK-47, but a 2-on-3 situation is certainly not going to make it easy for them. It does seem like they're just going to fall back. See if they can hold on to their weapons instead. It will be yet another round on the board here for Big. That's going to be their third. So Big definitely answering back for this one. A bit of a good start for forZe as they caught the 4-0 on the board. But as I said, now 3 rounds in a row here for Big is going to make it a little bit better for them and give them better opportunity to potentially bring this one back. Now they still got one more round to find to tie it up. 2 more to take the lead. This round, at least in theory, should be a fairly convincing round here for Big, considering that we don't really have that big of an investment for forZe. So they hold on to 2 of their weapons from the previous round. Almazer and Jerry actually putting those weapons to good use. They found the first couple of frags, but quickly traded out. It's Cerson with a double of his own on that AWP exit power. That's a sick shot from Big Garage. Base crack, picking up that SG553, trying to find an angle. Gonna be all on Cerson and Titian. Cerson, he did catch one. Well, I was about to say he did catch one clutch, but he did catch a clutch a little bit earlier is what I'm trying to say. A 1-on-3 situation. And now he's got the help from Titian, who does manage to find one of his own. It's now going to be all on Face Crack and Exit Power to try and see if they can bring this one back. Exit Power, this is a very, very weird spot to be in for him. It might actually work out, because we got Titian slowly but surely inching his way forward. That molly could potentially help here. forZe's Exit Power out of position at least slightly. Cerson still decent positioning as well. Spots his opponent, but they do decide to just push in towards the A-bomb site instead. Face Crack, he's nowhere near. Ooh. Can you actually still do that? I know that was a massive thing back in the days. Especially like in the 1.6 and even in Source. In 1.6 you could actually go for a quad boost down on the B-bomb site and then boost all the way up underneath the floor to get the defuse. Yes, that was a thing back in the days. Yeah, obviously that has been fixed since. As I said, it is going to be all on Cerson now. He needs another quad kill. He got that already in the previous round. Oh, that works! Oh, he forces the final player off the bomb. And he's actually going to secure the round. He doesn't get the quad kill. He gets the triple. But as I said, forcing Exit Power off the bomb. Exit Power will be able to pick up the AWP. So at the very least, Exit Power gets a bit of extra money to work with for this next round. Now again, as I mentioned to you guys, we do have the main channel also covering this matchup. So if you want better observing than what I can offer on this channel, because the auto observer is broke, I'll have to do it all on my lonesome and not super easy to keep focus on all those things at the same time. Definitely something I have to keep working on, I suppose. It's a situation I'm not used to, basically, is what I'm trying to say. So if you want better observing than what I can offer here on the B channel, you can head over to ESL_CSGO, just deleting the B from the current Twitch channel. Or even better, you can head into squad mode and watch all of the streams at the same time. Then you get to watch Mitch and Dean over on the tertiary channel as well, over at ESL_CSGO. But yeah, I do want to apologize about the observing. I know it's a bit rough from time to time. Point proven. I'm gonna be all on Santeris and Cerson to try and see if we can bring this one back after very quick Couple of frags. 3 frags in the favor of forZe to start off with for this round. Santaris did manage to answer back with 1. Serson, he's landed a couple of nice clutches already. Santaris to help him out in this one. Santaris definitely stepping up for it as well. Serson quickly down towards the B bomb site. No, Serson. No. I like what he was thinking. He was hoping that he could just straight up bolt in towards the bomb site. I would have loved to see him pull out the AWP and just check the ramp. I mean, at the very least, just check it. He didn't. That is essentially what ended up costing them the round. Good positioning down towards the ramp area. And another round on the board here for forZe. They pick up their 5th. Bit troublesome here for Big is that a couple of the last rounds have been incredibly close and really came down to Serson clutching them out. Which means that now Big's economy is essentially broken. They don't really have that much money to work with. That is going to make it a bit difficult for them to get much done in this round, of course. Appreciate you guys like giving me thumbs up and saying I'm trying my best. I appreciate it, guys. I'm just trying to give you all the information, you know. If you want, like, it's obviously got to be better on the main channel. Like, there's no reason for me to deny that. So if you want like a better experience, highly encourage you to open up squad mode and take a look at that. You can still like join me for the chat, I suppose. Either way, let's get back to the action here. Big. This round is obviously going to be a bit of an eco, so it should be easy pickings here for forZe. That seems to be the case as well, as it's now going to be all on k1to and Serson. They're trying down towards the B bomb site, but we already have a player in good position. That's Almazer. He shuts them both down. No problem there. No problem at all. And forZe picks up their 6th. It seems like Big actually gambled a bit on getting the bomb down in that round, and that actually hurts them quite a bit. So it was a bit of an eco for them. Not at a full eco, as they did invest something into the round. But even with a bit of an eco in the previous one, they still don't have enough money to justify a full buy in this round, due to investing potentially a bit too much and hoping for bomb plants. Had they gotten the bomb down, they would have had plenty of money for this one, for sure. And as I said, it's gonna be another bit of a min buy here for Big. Okay. Okay, that works. Santaris is wielding the bomb. Makes it a little bit tough for him. Flitz with a couple of frags towards the end there. Exapal with one of his own. That is gonna secure yet another round on the board here for forZe. 7-4. I saw someone right as this one started saying if Big managed to get 5 rounds on the board here on the T side, they would actually not be in a horrible spot. And I somewhat agree with that. I feel like nowadays, I feel like Nuke is not as CT-sided as it used to be, and one of the reasons is obviously the SG553. Got 3 of them now for Big, giving them a better opportunity to potentially get something done for this one. And also the innovation with the utility definitely helps out on that one as well. But as I said, I feel like Big needs 6 rounds here on their T side. So 2 more should do it for them in my opinion. That's just my humble opinion, obviously. You're more than welcome to have a different one. I'm fine with that. Yeah. If they just get 1 more, I still feel like that second half is going to be incredibly tough for them. 6 rounds should give them a better opportunity to potentially find a victory in this one. 2 players on the A bomb side itself. 1 down towards ramp, 1 down towards the B bomb side. It is going to be on Titian, Santaris, and k1to. Santaris and k1to out towards the outside, trying to push up towards Heaven. Titian in a good position down towards Hut. If he peeks out at the right time, he could potentially take care of Flit here. FaceCrack and Flit, they're both in pretty good spots for this one. I feel like it's more or less on Titian to get something done, but it will be Santaris and Keto actually as well. Now all on Exopower with that AWP. He's going to be flanking the flank up towards Heaven. Oh, he could deny the bomb plant. He doesn't deny it. He finds the frag though. And the bomb is not planted for Titian. Exopower pushing up towards the bomb site. Tapping it once, but goes for the peek and right into the open arms of Titian, who will gladly greet him and welcome him with open arms. Say thank you for the frag and the AWP and another round on the board. That is going to be the 5th now for Big. They're in a pretty comfortable spot. See, the problem here for forZe is if Big manage to pick up this round, forZe are going to be broken for the next. Then they'll have to go for an eco, which gives Big an opportunity for 7 rounds on the board. This is actually looking alright here for Big. Maybe even more than just alright. Real quick, I do want to let you guys know that on this channel, for the next set of matches, it is going to be NIP versus ENS. On the main channel, over on ESL_CSGO, it's going to be Astralis versus Vitality. And on the tertiary channel, it is going to be Godsend versus Spirit. They're on a bit of a break now, as Complexity took a 2-0 victory over North in their previous matchup. I just want to remind you guys that we do have a lot of games coming your way. So obviously, get comfortable. Jerry, try and push up back towards the A-bomb side. Does pop one, takes him down. Takes a lot of damage in the process, though. Needs to be very careful here. But it is a 2-on-3 situation. Exopower trying to catch one in towards the A-bomb side, but Serson won't be able to get the bomb down, excuse me. Santaris trades out with Almazer, Exopower trades out with Santaris, and forZe, they managed to hold on to the round or pick up another one. Pick up their 8th. Eight 5. Again, not awful here for Big, but considering the statistics on this map, considering that both teams have played this map 9 times, and Big have a 78% win rate, that means that they've only lost twice over those 9 times played, and forZe have only won 3 out of 9 times, giving them a 33% win rate on it. That obviously makes the scoreline, puts the scoreline right now into perspective. Because according to those stats, this should be not necessarily an easy victory for Big, but should definitely favor Big quite heavily. Jerry, nice little double spray down, connects onto 2. Falls back to relative safety for now. Patient waiting for more aggression to come his way. Doesn't see any more just yet. FaceCrack is in a good spot as well. Jerry finally catching yet another onto taps and shuts him down. Serson will answer back the one on Flit, but FaceCrack, the final couple of frags for the round, will be the 9th on the board now for forZe. And now the question is, will this be a 10-5 half for forZe, or will Big pick up that round that set was pretty crucial for them? Will they get their 6th round on the board to make this a 9-6 half? That is the question now. And obviously only time will tell. It is a fairly comfortable buy here for Big. I say fairly because Titian, he's sitting on only a Galil, but he does have a decent amount of utility behind him. Something that the rest of his teammates are lacking. Flit in a decently comfortable spot. Jerry as well. FaceCrack. 3 main defenders over towards the A-bomb side. Exopower in a good position out, watching towards the outside for now. He is in a position where he can quickly rotate back towards A if it's needed. Titian. Watching towards the squeaky door. Opens it up, closes it out. Jerry is just watching the opposite side of it. Jerry is going to be looking towards the outside as well, but that smoke wall is so good. Allows them to push forward, but exit power, he's got the perfect position to potentially put a hold in that. Oh, he spots a player, won't be able to take him down just yet. Almost dying here, almost losing his life. But now the gig is up. Now they know exactly what's going to be going down. Jerry finds one. Flit, good positioning, catches another. Face crack is still here. Almazer has pushed in as well. Flit trying through the smoke. Face crack as well. Almazer joins in. It's going to be all uncertain. Does manage to push his way down towards vents with just 11 HP. Going to try and see if he can get the bomb down. But obviously, it doesn't matter if you get the bomb down if you're going to lose the round. No, that should have been such an easy frag. Unfortunate for Certain. Almazer shuts him down. And that will indeed be double digits. 10 rounds on the board here for forZe for the first half. I feel like, as I mentioned, 6 would have been good for Big. 5, I'm not entirely sure if that's going to be enough. This second half is going to be... Quick prediction from me, I suppose. This second half definitely has potential to be incredibly close. It is going to be interesting to see how that pans out. Either way, we are on a bit of a halftime break now, and during this halftime break, once again, I want to remind you guys, and it's not just me covering games right now. We do have more people, excuse me, covering games right now. We do have Dean and Mitchman casting over on ESL_CSGO C, and we do have the main guys over on ESL_CSGO. They're also covering this one. But they are going to be switching back over to Astralis versus Vitality in not too long from now. I think roughly 10 minutes from now or something. Maybe. Let me just double check. Seems like they might actually be covering the entirety of this one as well, so. Yeah, that seems to be the case. See someone asking why this stream exists? Because otherwise I wouldn't have a job. Now, obviously, that's not the only reason. The reason is we had 3 games initially running at the same time. That was Complexity versus North over on the C channel. Big versus forZe here on the B channel. Navi versus Fnatic on the main channel over at ESL_CSGO. And Navi took a 2-0 victory, which meant that either the main channel was on a break for over an hour, or they jump into the final map of this one before heading over to Astralis versus Vitality in a little bit. We're just trying to give you guys as much entertainment as possible now that we've been hit by a bit of a rough one, and the world is not looking as it did just a couple of weeks ago for most of our countries. Yeah, moving it back online also gives opportunities for guys like myself, or I was about to call him Ditch, Mitch and Dean. Ditch wouldn't be a bad name for him, because I've heard that he's like the biggest beta when it comes to playing Counter-Strike. Which is one of the reasons why I never play Counter-Strike with him. One of them. There's many reasons. He also likes pineapple on pizza, and I'm not down for that. But yeah, I have information that we should be good to go, and indeed, both teams readying up, so we are going to be heading live here for the second half. Fairly important pistol round here for Big. Obviously, losing the pistol wouldn't be the end of the world. They would still have a decent opportunity to bring this one back. But getting this pistol would definitely help them out with the start here for the second half. And it wouldn't... Picking up this pistol would mean it gives... Or basically puts less pressure on Big. Tough sentence for some weird reason. Beautiful stuff here from Santaris and from CSGO. Jerry caught the first frag. Exapower tries to answer back. Beautiful stuff from Exapower as well. Catching a nice little double here. Keto taking a good chunk of damage, getting a dink. And now forced to fall back at least slightly for now. It is Keto and Tapson up against Flit and Exapower. Flit and Exapower do still have the bomb and the flashbang. But look at this positioning from Tapson. He could come up absolutely massive for this one. Almost catching the flick. Not quite, but deals a lot of damage. The Natos will do the trick. Yes, indeed. Tapson still looking for more. Still tapping away. Trying to connect onto Flit. Flit changing up his position. Making moves closer towards the A bomb site from the outside. Keto, good positioning as well. Patiently waiting for Flit to push in and takes him down. Execution style, pretty much. Flit falls, and Big do manage to pick up a very important pistol, as pointed out. forZe, as their name might suggest, deciding to go for a force buy here for the second round rather than going for the full eco that we saw Big do for the first half. Makes pretty good sense here for forZe. They are ahead, so that does give them the opportunity to try for these force buys and see if they can make something happen in them. Oh, that's a nice shot from Almay, so takes a lot of damage in the process as he was sitting on top of an incendiary. But he fires the frag and he falls back to relative safety. As I said, he took a lot of damage in the process, and that obviously makes it a little bit tougher for him. And very... Ooh, exit power has sure probably been a hit. CSGO, he doesn't find the timing. He had a pretty good idea there. Does actually hit some damage onto exit power. Finds the frag on Almacer as well. Yeah, as I said, it is a force buy here for forZe, so probably not going to be easy for them. That proves true already. Flit gets taken down by Keto. Over from CT, Vents, Exapower tapping away. That wasn't Exapower, Jerry tapping away, excuse me. Jerry finding a second Exapower with one. Now Santaris dropping in towards the bomb side. The timer is running low. Exapower, he's low on HP as well. Santaris, how do you not hit those shots? Eventually, he finally does. Exapower almost clutching that one out. That was way too close for comfort, especially considering that was a force buy for forZe. Big do manage to pick up the round, but as I said, way too close for comfort there. And forZe deciding to go for another force buy because it almost worked out. This makes pretty good sense for forZe. Some people might be thinking, what are they doing? Why not just go for the eco and buy up in the next? And there's definitely an argument to be made for that as well. But you gotta consider they're in a decent position in terms of rounds in the board, and they were so incredibly close in the previous round, meaning they dealt so much economic damage towards the opposition. CSGO catching one, but quickly traded out here by Almacer. A lot of damage dealt towards forZe though. Flit in the meantime, he's already pushed down towards the B bomb site, or down towards Secret at least. Picks up a frag of his own and an M4, and now tries to find a different position. Santares, good first, good second. Flit answers back, finally shuts him down. It's now going to be all on Titian and Keto to try and see if they can bring this one back. X-Power is in a good position. This might still work out. That's a good shot from X-Power. Good couple of shots, catching the frag onto Keto. Flit, he's still posted up with the M4, trying to find an angle here. Could potentially do that. Do have head armor on Titian, so one shot to the face is not going to be enough, but a shot to the face and a body shot will do the trick. Flit taking care of the final player, and forZe with a force buy victory. That's how it's done. This is exactly why they decided to go for another force buy. They were so close in the previous round, and they know they dealt so much economic damage towards the opposition. Finding a force buy victory here is absolutely brilliant for forZe, and puts so much pressure on Big. What I was trying to say a little bit earlier, when I got cut off rudely by the players finding a couple of frags, it is truly go big or go home right now. The winner of this one will qualify, the loser of this one will be down and out and be eliminated. So it is definitely now or never. Big clan. Definitely the favorites on this map. Were the favorites on Mirage. They took the victory there. 16-11. Probably were the favorites on Inferno as well. It is their second most played map, but Big don't look like incredibly strong on it in recent time. And forZe managed to secure a 16-11 victory on that one, so this is what it comes down to. It's gonna be Big who qualifies, or will it be forZe who takes the victory in this one? Wouldn't necessarily call it an upset, because all the bookmakers agreed that this one was a very close matchup. Almazer does get the trade here on taps, and that means it's now going to be all on Santares for the flank in towards lobby. Obviously not a whole lot Santares can do. He realizes that. And seeing as this was a force buy and they didn't get much out of it, seems like he's already decided to just try and see if he can fall back. Potentially find a weapon somewhere, a dropped weapon. Pick that up, save it for the next round. That would be ideal at this point for Santares. He is in a position where he could potentially deal some economic damage. Not going to say it's going to be easy for him to do that, but there's potential for it. Yeah, it's not going to happen. Flit shuts him down eventually. That is going to be forZe connecting their 12th round on the board. Now extending the lead to a 5-round lead. I think we can all agree that this is not looking good. Not looking good at all for Big. This time around, it is going to be an eco for Big. Not investing anything at all into the round. They haven't bought any upgraded pistols, any P250s, nothing like that. No utility. Full eco. We can see 4 of the players working together to try and see if they can get something done. They do manage to find the crack here. Face crack and Flit and Jerry, all of them chiming in though. It is Jerry with a triple on his SMG. That's going to help him with his economy even further. And the economy, speaking of which, is already pretty good for forZe. You can see it on the left-hand side of your screen. Look at the money on Flit. He's sitting on almost 7,000 after reinvesting the utility into the round. Jerry on 6.5 roughly. 3,000 on the rest. Decent amount of money here for forZe, definitely. This is gonna be a tough nut to crack. Tough pill to swallow. Whatever. Whatever you want to say. It's gonna be a rough one for Big, is what I'm trying to get at. Position. It's a good opening frag onto Almazer. Shuts him down. In the meantime, Jerry and FaceCrack, they answer back. And again, it's just looking so comfortable here for forZe. Even when they lose a couple of players, they're still answering back with everything they've got. Now, it is all on Flit, though. He is left alone in a 1-on-2 situation, drops down towards Vents, and he does get hurt. That means that we will see Santaris go for that quick rotation down towards the ramp area. He won't be quick enough to deny the bomb plant, but he will peek right back out and shut Flit down and secure yet another round for Big. That's going to be their 8th. As I said, 8th round on the board now for Big, still in a 5-round deficit, and they don't really have room for mistake. This is very similar to what we saw at the end of Inferno. That was 13-8 as well. Then Big made a bit of a mistake there, which gave forZe their 14th round on the board. And when you're on 14, it puts so much pressure on your opponents that it's so incredibly tough to bring it back from a scoreline like that. This is a good start to it. Very good start indeed. Keto with a triple for the round. He's still alive as well. He's still kicking. Flit and Exapower are going to try and see if they can bring this one back. Here's a 2-on-3 situation. Flit needs to be careful. Timing actually works out all right. Keto missing a big opportunity on that one. Flit shuts him down. Exapower still in a decent position here. Tapson as well. Over towards Mini, but it is going to be Certain connecting on Flit, and now it's all on Exapower. He is in a good spot. Should be able to find the bomb. He will do exactly that and drop it down for the plant. Exapower, I like his change of pace. I like how he's trying to change things up. Find a different angle. Oh, that's such a smart peek from Certain, though. Exapower throws down the molly, pushes forward, almost catching the frag, but not quite. He does find it on Certain eventually, but Tapson is right there for the trade, shuts him down, and with a kid, will have enough time for the defuse as well. 9 rounds on the board now for Big. What a game, though. What a game, though. So back and forth. Sure, Inferno was very one-sided pretty much the entire way through. Big did manage to bring it back at least somewhat on that map and make it a bit interesting for us to watch towards the end of it. Make it look a little bit more competitive. With forZe picking up the victory on that one and Big picking up the victory on their own map choice on Mirage, means it is now or never. I've said it a couple of times, but I'll gladly continue that. Gladly repeat myself. It's a bit of a technical timeout here for Big. Unfortunately, their coach PC just froze. It happens every once in a while. They're just trying to make sure that gets fixed as quickly as possible. And I have information it should be fixed in just a moment, so we should be good to get back into the action here. Not a super big break, not an extended break at all. Just a slight one. A bit of a freeze on the coach PC. Yeah, once again, I want to remind you guys that well, right after this game is over, we are going to be jumping straight into NIP versus ENCE. So obviously, if you haven't already, make sure you hit the follow button. Make sure that you stay tuned for that next matchup coming your way. That is definitely going to be an interesting one as well. NIP currently leading, if I'm not completely mistaken. Is that true? I think they're currently leading their Group A. I believe so. Let me just double check that actually. Yeah, they are. And ENCE are sitting at the very bottom of it. So not a lot on the line for that matchup, but definitely an interesting matchup regardless. And if you're just watching for good Counter-Strike and you don't care too much about the standing, that's definitely one to watch. If you care a lot about the standing, I would highly encourage you guys to head over to the main channel for that next game, which is going to be Astralis versus Vitality. Both sitting on 9 points currently. There's a lot of potential tiebreakers in play for these next set of matches. I don't have the rundown on all of those. I don't have the sheet on that. But I would encourage you guys to check up on it. You can do that by following along the pre-show over on the main channel when that comes to play. Flitz, good frag on CersN. It's Jerry and Flit opening up for this round, and it looks like it might be another one on the board. Okay. Keto does answer back. With a bit of help from Titian, Keto does get taken down, though. That means it's now on Titian and Santeris, but through the smoke. That's a good kill. Very important as well. As I said, it is now going to be all on Santeris, who's already decided to back off, and Titian, who is just trying to deal some damage. I feel like that was a bit too early for Big to decide to just back off, honestly. But then again, it's important for them to hold on to as many weapons as they possibly can, because losing this round brings forZe to 14. That means that Big cannot make any more mistakes. If they want to win this one in regulation, and of course they want to, they now need 7 rounds in a row without giving any more rounds in the favor of forZe for them to win this one in regulation, that is. If forZe takes one more round, they've secured themselves overtime at the very least. 2 more will secure them the victory, and not only the victory in this matchup, but the victory in Group B. That is what's on the line here. The winner of this one will qualify, the loser of this one will be down and out. Obviously, getting helped a bit by Na'Vi beating Fnatic in their matchup a little bit earlier. Because Fnatic were sitting at the very top of it. Base crack with a good first frag. Samson gets taken down. Obviously, Big force buying into this round. Flit, he catches one. Titian with a quick trade, shuts him down. Santeris answering back onto face crack as well. Titian still holding on towards the A-bomb side. He needs to be careful. There are players close by, but on the flank it is going to be CersN. Jerry does find the frag here. Almacer is close by as well. They are going to be going for the bomb plant. The CersN and Santeris up against Jerry and Almacer. CersN needs to be careful. He's in a bit of a rough spot here. Both players sitting right close to one another. Almacer, that's such an important kill. It is going to be all on Santeris. This could put forZe on match point, and indeed it will. Santeris goes down. Almacer with a nice double to finish off the round, and that is indeed assessed on the screen. Match point for forZe. One more round and they'll close this one out and take the victory off their group. Bit of a tactical timeout getting called here towards the end of it. It's actually called by forZe. I do have information that if you guys if you want a post-game interview, ESL_CSGO, the main channel, they've lined up an interview for this one with the winner, no matter who it's going to be. If Big managed to bring this one back, we'll get a post-match winners interview with one of the players, or potentially the coach for Big. If forZe takes the victory, we'll have a post-game interview with the winners of forZe. You can head over there to hear that. Let's see how this one goes. It could be now, it could be over right after this round, and seeing the buy here for Big, it definitely looks like that might be the case. Serson posted up down towards CT to try and see if he can find an angle, but in the meantime, forZe, they've already pushed down towards the B bomb site from Secret, trying to find the aggression down towards B themselves. There is one defender on that B bomb site, that's Santaris with an SMG. Serson in a decent spot as well, trying to find an angle, but he takes a little bit of damage from the Molly X power. He connects on to Santaris. Serson gets taken down by Flit. I think this is gonna be it. I don't think there's much left to do here for Titian and Keto. Titian does manage to find one, needs to be careful. There are more players close by. Almazer sitting right on the opposite side here, off the wall. Titian falls. It is going to be all on Keto, and he falls as well. There you have it. forZe takes the victory over Big and secures themselves Group B winning spot.